want to make much revenue from these
Mm.
classes. We
Mm.
want to. This is more like a branding exercise for
Mm.
us, and
Mm.
also I enjoy teaching, so I
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
I keep this as my way of learning.
Yeah. That's true. Yes. Yes. It's
All
really
right.
nice to know about your endeavor, the kind of things that I was reading about it. It's really nice to
Okay.
see you. And you are our student, past student. So that is all the more good to see you, watch you grow like this. It's really
Yeah.
nice. Mhm.
Mm, mm.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. It's actually
Yeah.
good. So I actually loved IIT campus so much that for
Mm.
4 years,
Mm.
even during summer internship, during summer, I did
I,
not go home.
you
I
don't know.
stayed.
Most of the students that do that, they don't like to go home. They want to stay here on the campus. Usually it's
All
that.
right. Shall we
Yeah.
start?
Yes, I think we can. Yes.
Yes.
Tejshwar
Welcome,
is
sir.
there? Yeah, Tejshwar. Yeah. Right.
Uh,
Hi. Hi,
Hi,
Tejshwar.
ma'am. Very nice to see you, ma'am.
Yes.
And good evening, everyone, and very warm welcome to all of you. It's great to see you, all of you joining this session with us today, that is on agentic AI and machine learning. And before we begin, I would like to thank all of you taking the time to join us. And we have learners from across the world joining from different background, different level of experience, and different part of AI ecosystem. So many of you must be familiar with the machine learning, AI, generative AI, and for so many of you, it would be a completely new beginning. And throughout this session, we will explore machine learning, generative AI, agentic AI, along with data science. And at the end of the session, we will take questions and answer as many questions you would ask. We will try to answer those. And also, we would be suggesting the courses that we are offering in association with IIT Roorkee. And we also would like to welcome the people who have joined this course. So it would be an orientation session for them, and people who are exploring courses and still want to understand what all we are offering through this course can stick to the this masterclass till the end. I mean, we will be answering all of your queries. And we would also like to welcome Professor Sanjeev Manas, Professor Kusumdeep, along with Mr. Sandeep Giri and EICT team to this session. Before we begin, I would like to tell you about the agenda of this session. So this session would be 2 hours long, and where different domains of AI, machine learning, generative AI, agentic AI would be discussed. And there would be career-oriented questions as well, as we have observed in many of the sessions. Learners ask for that, and there will be general questions will be taken by Professor Manas, Professor Kusumdeep, as well as Mr. Sandeep Giri. And by the end of this session, we will also be sharing a feedback form, and people who will fill that form will also be receiving a participation certificate. So before we move forward, I would like to invite Professor Manas and say a few words to our learners.
Yeah, thank you, Tejveer, and welcome to all the participants for this particular session on the program that we want to offer, Agentic AI and Machine Learning. And also very warm greetings to all the other panelists, including Professor Kusumdeep, who is a renowned and emeritus professor at IIT Roorkee, and also Sandeep Giri. Sandeep Giri is our industry partner, and through his through his collaboration with CloudX, we have been offering a variety of different programs, and he has been very diligent, and also he really put a lot of effort working with the learners to make sure that the content and training, as well as the outcomes are met, and the learners really are very happy so far. And I'm very sure through this program also, all the learners will be satisfied, and the outcome and expectations will be met. Uh, the many of the lectures that are being delivered in this program will be through our experts, including Professor Kusumdeep and industry partner at CloudX. We at EICT Academy, IIT Roorkee, we are basically an initiative in the form of a academy, which has been doing variety of skilling and training program for wider outreach, and also for meeting the needs of working professionals who are looking to either upskill, or who are looking to orient and transition into a domain which aligns with the market needs, or aligns with the sort of talent and expectation and the expertise needed in this market. And the model of this program is very well sort of thought of, and the courses are really very well curated. Uh, um, on one hand, we have experts from IIT, and on the other hand, we have experts and very sort of experienced professionals from various companies like CloudX, and also other experts who have elaborate experience in different organizations, including Amazon, Microsoft, Google, etc. And we make an effort to ensure that the content aligns well with not only providing sound foundational understanding of the subject matter, but also exposure to the practical problems, and detailed interactive sessions, mentoring and guidance by industry experts. And we have been very active, and you can see what initiatives and program that we are doing. And this particular program is really very well designed, and has a sort of curriculum and modules which will meet the needs of the individual who really want to learn not only the foundational aspects of machine learning and AI, but then also building useful products and solutions using agentic AI. So the learner will not only get understanding and foundations in mathematical tools of machine learning and deep learning, and also good decent understanding and exposure and training and skilling in Python, but also generative and agentic AI, along with the practical and hands-on tools. The program that I mentioned, EICT Academy, we have been in this area for now almost like 10 years, and we have outreached and skilled more than 20,000 professionals. And one thing we want to make sure always, and we put a lot of stress on, is the quality of the programs, and programs which are designed to meet certain outcomes and expectations. And we go at extraordinary lengths to ensure that we really stand up to the expectation, and also particularly meet the sort of industry requirement as per the course curriculum. So in this program also, we'll be engaging with you over over 6 months or so, and along the way you will actually learn and get to work with almost 30 plus industry relevant projects, and also including AI powered chatbots, RAG applications, and text to SQL, AI agent, etc. Professor Kusundeep is our esteemed colleague and very senior professor, and she's very sound in her foundational aspects, and she has also delivered variety of different programs. And I would really want to thank her for taking joining this program and be part of this particular course. And I'm sure that all of you basically will learn a great deal from her, and build sort of right connects, which can also be helpful in various other aspects. the one other opportunity and aspect of this program is that it brings you to IIT sort of ecosystem. We have a campus. What do you call campus?
Immersion.
Campus.
Immersion program.
Yeah, we call it campus immersion, which is basically is a couple of days of or 3 or 4 days of visit to IIT Roorkee, interacting with professors and doing project, giving demo, etc. So this is a opportunity for the learners to actually get to know IIT system and be part of IIT without having to also qualify the test, because normally if you want to be a full-time campus student, then you have to either do a JE or GATE. So this is basically an opportunity also for those learners, and I'm sure that all of you will basically make full use of it. So without taking much more time, I really want to welcome and say hello to everybody, and we do look forward to all of you joining this program. This program, and along with other programs, we IICT Academy are always meant to first make sure that we provide quality and outcome driven learning at a very nominal price. You can see that the program that we offer and the price kind of we offer is actually really not very high compared to what you might find with a similar quality. Okay, you're learning from IT professors, you're learning from very trained and experienced industry professionals, and the quality that you will get at the same cost, you will find that actually is much more affordable. And that's whole of our objectives also. IITs, we are not here for making profit. We want to sustain, yes, but we also want to make sure that we offer the programs at a reasonable price and cost. So we do look forward for all of you to be part of this program, and also want to thank the team at CloudX, as well as also the mentors and other experts. And I also wish all the learners a great learning experience and all the best in endeavors. I am supported at EICT Academy at Roorkee by a staff, program manager Saurav Yadav and his team. And anytime you feel any issues, not only you can reach out to CloudX, but also you can reach out to EICT Academy staff. You can write to us, and we'll be happy to address your concerns or any issues or help that you need. So with this, thank you very much, and all the best, and do look forward to all of you for joining this program. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I think Professor Manahas has covered most of the things. So I just want to introduce you to IIT Roorkee. IIT Roorkee is the oldest institution in Asia, established in 1847. Offers bachelor's degree in 11 and postgraduate degree in 55 disciplines. 23 departments, 9 centers, one school, and so on. So every year, students from 50 countries join IIT Roorkee, and so on. And yeah, Professor Manhas, you want to give this overview? I think you would be better.
And I think so. About IIT Roorkee, of course, as Sandeep also highlighted, and we are one of the sort of top tier institute in India. We consistently rank among 5 or 6 nationally. Our QS ranking worldwide is about 300 plus, and mind you, the ranking is very sort of a very peculiar way the international ranking is done, and most of this is something to do with what you call publicity and also student to teacher ratio and infra and all that. And we know that India is actually is catching up, and but otherwise, if you really look at the technical content quality, the research, and also the programs and the sort of publications, the projects, and the competence of the faculty, I would think they are at par with top 100 in the institute. There is no doubt about that, and you are going to also learn from the best in IIT system. And overall, actually, we rank very high. we are actually number one in terms of citation per faculty, which tells you about the academic rigor and the quality of research that we do at IIT Roorkee. And also overall, we are sixth among engineering institutes. So that also tells you that kind of legacy, as well as also the standing that we have nationally also. Next, please. Yeah. So this is for Professor Kusandeep.
Okay. So yeah, thank you. So I want to invite Professor Kusandeep, Faculty Maths Department, IIT Roorkee. Her credentials are she has a PhD in maths from IIT Roorkee. Earlier, IIT Roorkee was called University of Roorkee, and her postdoctoral research is from Loughborough University in UK, and her research expertise is in AI, data science, evolutionary algorithms, nature-inspired optimizations, and soft computing. I want to, yeah. Professor Kusundeep, would you like to add something to it if we miss out anything? Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you so much for this kind introduction.
Okay.
I'm just a beginner, I believe. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay. And yeah. All right. All right. Maybe you can tell a bit about your research expertise in more. I
Yeah.
couldn't.
Well, research, as you said rightly, my heart lies in uh, optimization, which I believe is one of the four pillars of AI machine learning.
Yeah.
Apart from mathematics, the linear algebra, the statistics, and the computer science. Optimization forms a very, very important pillar. And whether you name, let's say, least square fitting, or you name support vector machines, or any other applications as far as machine learning is concerned. But the trouble with the traditional optimization techniques is that they are applicable only to a restricted class of functions. So my area of study is to design non-traditional optimization techniques which can be applied to a wide variety of problems with a view to solve real life applications. And that's where nature inspired optimization techniques comes into picture. So that is my entire career, I would say, spanning on, right? So I
Okay.
look
This is
forward
very.
to this opportunity to interact with the young participants who have shown their interest to learn. So I welcome you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was very helpful. Thank you.
Mm.
All right. So I am Sandeep Giri. I graduated from IIT Roorkee. I have worked on the large scale computing mostly, specifically machine learning. And the page that you use at Amazon from which you do the buy now, right? The page which has recommendations and so on. That's the page I owned at Amazon, like the sixth most important page on the internet. And at InMobi, I built large scale a machine learning model at the large scale, probably largest scale in the terms of 200 terabyte data. And at DE Shaw, I worked at my career started in 2002. DE Shaw is one of those companies who were the pioneers of distributed computing before Google's. And I worked at we worked at the things like what you studied in what people studied in 2009 2010. So we were doing that work way ahead of its time at DE Shaw. So I mean, those who don't know DE Shaw, founder of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, was working at DE Shaw. Okay. So and my the most work has been around software engineering, AI, machine learning from the beginning. And I love to teach. That's my passion, personal passion. I have part-time at my own wish. I have taught at DE Shaw how to write secure code and all that at Amazon and so on. So I started CloudxLab with a clear objective that most of the existing education was either too theoretical or too practical. There was not a perfect mix, and that's where this course came into play. And I have been teaching for now 12 years this machine learning and data engineering courses. And I've learned a lot about learning because I have been teaching machines. I've been training machines, training students, and training my son. Right? So basically, in these last 12 years of work, I have learned a lot about how we think, how machines think, and what we can do in order to make people thinkers so that they can make machines think. So that's my work. So I think you can take a look at my LinkedIn profile. So we started recently Turno AI. Turno AI is your agentic system, data scientist. It's used by pretty large people. And like my full-time job is basically a Turno AI, building the systems, and part-time job is teaching these classes. All right. So thank you, everyone. I'm looking forward to the classes. Our focus is going to be the way we do these classes is that we focus on making everyone invent things, uh, right? We do not hand out the formulas to the people. Instead, we give you exercises so that you can invent formulas. That's the theme, that's the heart of the pedagogy of this class. I really have been working on this. So in last 12 years, our courses have evolved into every topic. We basically give small exercises to everybody, and everyone does the exercises, and eventually they code up, they build their own algorithm, they build their own formula. And that has been one of the best discoveries of this course in last 12 years. So that I mean, you will see that, and you must have been reading my blogs about learn by inventing. So we will be continuing that. All right. Uh, I'll just give you brief about CloudxLab. CloudxLab is primarily an AI company. We have a product, CloudxLab itself. We have a learning management system and so many. I'll just walk you through that. And we have one product called PyQuest, which is for people who are trying to learn Python on the go. And we have Turno AI. Turno AI is essentially the co the data scientist, the AI data scientist. So and it's being used by the largest pharma and wellness in the world. And then we basically have a couple of more initiatives that I've not mentioned here. So in online learning, we have courses, we have the gamified learning environment and online lab. So here's a very quick overview, like what does Turno AI do? Turno AI essentially, you have a chatbot, you basically type a question and then search. So you will be in this course, you will be learning the agentic AI. And the one of the tasks would be to design something like Turno. That'll be your one of the projects. You feel like in last course as well. What that's one thing we have done, that people as soon as they finish Python, they learn agentic AI, and that way they are able to design their own agents. I have hired quite a few people from my own students. I trust my own students more than any industry experts that come into my company. So of course we hire from outside, but our like I give more preference to the students who are finishing up my course. So that's the very important aspect. So internal, and the reason I give these exercises in the class is because uh, because that's what is needed in the industry. So we keep our courses to be very updated so that I can fearlessly hire my students. Otherwise, if I can't hire my own students, that means my course is not good. Now, so what Turno AI does is you ask a question, it gives an answer, and basically, and it does all the thinking, and it is an agentic AI, agentic AI driven system. Now, on the other hand, on CloudxLab, we have this playground where you have the question on the left-hand side, you solve it on the right-hand side, and then submit it. Then we have the online cloud-based lab, which gives you a real-world experience, so that when you are put in production to the client, you should not face difficulty in handling situation. CloudxLab, we have a social way of presenting yourself, and basically we also have the dedicated job portal, and we conduct the exams so that we can filter out our, like, we can pick the candidates who have really finished and worked well. Okay. Now from here I would like to invite Professor Kusundeep to give an overview of the technology and so on.
Thank you so much. Right. So,
Should I share or?
Yeah, you can share it here.
Okay.
Yeah. So there is a lot of buzzword about data science. For those of you who have just heard about data science and don't really know what exactly we mean by data science, you need to understand that actually mankind is sitting on a volcano of data. The data means such data which you cannot actually count. For example, you cannot count the you see, you can count the, let's say, number of cars in a city. Fine, you can count them, but there is some data which cannot be counted. It is so large, so extremely large, that you need special techniques to handle that data. For example, let's say you look at LinkedIn users or Facebook users, how they are connected to each other. They are connected through, let's say, some kind of a network, and every user is connected to many other users, and they themselves are connected to many other users. Right. So this is a data, and in order for us to understand how we can manipulate this data uh, with an objective to identify if there are any hidden patterns in that data which we can make use of. The question is why we want to understand the patterns. We want to understand the patterns because we would like to make the predictions, and we would like to study how that data can be helpful to us. So based on this, we need to understand what that data is, how to handle that data, and actually the data could be in any area of study, not only in science, but also in engineering, in finance, in business particularly. We need to understand. And so that's why data science is actually an interdisciplinary area, and we want to identify the patterns. So that's the basic idea behind it. Next, please. So next, please. Yeah. So as I said, this is a intersection of all these areas, that is the mathematics, the statistics, and so on. And we have some tools in mathematics, we have some tools in statistics, and of course, machine learning is there, and we want to, as I said, identify the patterns. Next, please. Next comes machine learning. Now, machine learning is a buzzword for the last couple of years, which exactly means that how we can understand or we can make the machine understand. Machine means the computer. How we can make the computer or the machine understand and behave like a computer by learning. Now, if you compare a human being and a computer, human beings can do much more better than machines. Vice versa, machines can also do much more better than human beings. But the question is, can we inbuilt some kind of intelligence into the machines. And for this, we developed the machine learning algorithms, where the machine learning algorithms are trying to find out how they can be trained with past experience. So without actually programming them in a hard-code programming language, make the machine understand the given data which is supplied to it as a training data. And based on that training data, the machine understands, okay, if this scenario is put to me, then I have to behave like this. And it's a self-learning process. Just like I give usually the example about a child. When a child is exposed to, let's say, a candle, and he first gets attracted to the candle and he tries to hold it. But until and unless he doesn't touch it, he will not understand that touching a candle flame is not good. So he will learn this only by experience. And once he gets this experience that if I touch the flame of the candle, my hands will be burned, he will not understand this. He will remember this once for all. Same thing happens with the machines. The machines, they learn from their past experience, and that is how whenever new data comes into, is fed into them for the sake of predictions, then it behaves based on the knowledge it has gained from the past experience. So that is what machine learning is all about. And next, please. You might understand the concept of machine learning with the help of this simple game, which I think everybody must have played in their younger days, or in even the older days. So what is actually this game? This Maria game is a game which actually begins as a dumb person, and slowly it learns from its own behavior that if I click on this key, then this will happen. If I click on this key, then this will happen. So this kind of a procedure is a self-learning procedure. So let's see, if you play this video, you will see in the beginning, you know, the player is trying to pull up, but it cannot. So it is just like a dead kind of a thing. But second day, things become a little better. It tries to move much more smartly as before, right? But still it is not up to the mark. Okay, then again, something, it gets stuck somewhere. Then the Mario, it learns that what I did last time helped me, so I should retain that in my memory. Then again, it goes on and on until it learns from its experience. And very soon you will see, look at it. It is trying to pick up again and again. Yeah, there it is. It has got it after lots of efforts, right? But then you see it doesn't have any much, when it has much more experience, then it works on, and very soon it learns. And then you are able to see how the Mario is becoming smarter and trying to learn that if I make this move, then I will become much smarter. And finally, I can reach the end. So it is exploiting another bug at each time. Every time it is learning, and every time it is learning a new experience. The question is, how did it do that? This is a sign of intelligence. And this is the intelligence we as experts of machine learning have to incorporate into the machines and try to find out how we can train the machines, that given a pattern, how we can make the machine understand that if this pattern is appearing before you, then you have to behave accordingly, right? So that is the idea of machine learning. It is rather kind of a automating the whole system. Automatically, the machine learning algorithm is going to automatically update the system in such a way that when such a situation comes in front of it, then it has to behave accordingly. And as far as the applications are concerned, there are numerous applications. For example, in healthcare industry, when a new drug is designed, you know, there are lots of experimentations done, and to, let us say, decide whether that drug is useful or not, machine learning algorithms does the classification that uh, if this symptoms appear, then we should say that this drug is applicable, otherwise not. Like this, in industry also, same kind of situation arises. Okay. So next comes the question of what is AI? Now, AI stands for artificial intelligence. Why, you will say, why artificial? It is artificial because it is not the real intelligence which we have in humans. On the earth, human beings are the most intelligent creatures on the earth, but we are trying to create intelligence into the machines with the help of machine learning algorithms. And machine learning has a very important sub area which is called the deep learning, which again I will be talking more about it as and how we proceed. Uh, the basic idea is software. What these softwares they do, how they behave on a given problem, and how they proceed to create intelligence, and that is why it is called as artificial intelligence. So it is not the real intelligence. No, nobody can beat the intelligence of human beings. Of course, today we are talking about AI, agentic AI. We are talking about Chat GPT and stuff. The question is, they cannot be as intelligent as human beings, but at the same time, we can extract some of the features of the machine which we can make use of to our benefit. Of course, there are lots of controversies as far as emotions are concerned, whether we can build in emotions into machines and so on. So these are a little controversial topics, but in general, our objective is to incorporate some kind of an intelligence with the help of some machine learning algorithms that we can incorporate, so that given a situation, a model can uh, deal with that situation accordingly.
All right. So
Thank you.
yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
thank you, Professor. This
Thank you.
was very good,
Thank you.
and I'll take it from here. We'll start with the generative AI now. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
and we will continue. Where did it go? What happened? Just give me a moment. Yeah, it's here. Wonderful. Yeah. So I want to carry on, continue from here. That as Professor Kusumdeep said, that the machine learning is all about learning from the data, right? And artificial intelligence, as she told, that is an is an intelligence shown by machines. It's an artificially made by engineers to make the machine uh, show some signs of intelligence, some parts of intelligence. And to achieve AI, so AI is not a tool alone. AI is not a tool. AI is a general terminology, or you can say AI is like an objective. We want to make machines intelligent. That's what most of the us are trying to do. So, but AI does not mean chatbot. AI does not mean chat GPT. AI does not mean alone that. They're all artificially intelligent, but that's not it, right? AI also includes vision, like you should be able to see, walk around, and all of that, like what humans do, animals do. So AI is much more than the large language models, or AI is much more than conversational AI. So the way we have achieved AI is by the way of combining hardware and software. Hardware could be IoT, sensor, robots, and so on. The software, there are two kind of software that you will observe. One is a deterministic algorithms, or you can say rule-based programming, where we write the logic. We sit down and write the logic into the computers. We create these functions, formulas, or the code, which basically does the thing, where we are defining things. Now, machine learning are those systems designed by people which learn from data. And one such set of algorithms, one such set of models is deep learning, where we take the inspiration from the artificial neural network of animals and human, and we build those algorithms that learn from data very much like animals or humans. That's called deep learning. All right, wonderful. So that now I want to you know talk about something that has revolutionized everything in last 3 years, right? That is the large language model or conversational AI. Like we now use it just as a term AI for it. So basically, I think everybody has used AI by now. You can ask it a question, it gives an answer, right? Your question could be anything, it would try to answer. And basically, that's generative AI. The other parts of generative AI is to be able to generate images and so on. As part of this course, the one that you're attending, we would be building our own smaller version of GPT, or generative pre-trained neural network. Like ChatGPT, GPT stands for that. It's kind of a like the set of algorithm that learns from the data. It has learned from lots of question answers from the internet and is answering those ones. Now, the we would be building our own smaller model for smaller model, which is similar to ChatGPT. Okay. So we call that Tiny GPT, and we would be doing that as part of the course. And we'll be learning all the building blocks that are needed for this. So the large language models or ChatGPT is one of the biggest innovations in AI so far, right? I think I started doing the machine learning since 2002. And what I've seen is that out of all the algorithms we have built in past, the one that like the most biggest intelligence that we have created is these large language models, the Claude, the Chat GPT, these kind of things. We call them large language models. They have been the biggest intelligence that we have created. At some point of time, Alan Turing, one of the founding fathers of AI, created a test called Turing test. Turing test basically said that if you cannot distinguish whether you are talking to a person or you're talking to AI, you have built AI. That's the key differentiator. That's the key differentiator that was the test. And now the Chat GPT or Claude, they have all cleared that test. So, so now we have different kind of tests for testing our models, large language models, testing mathematical formulations and so on. And we can see very clearly that most of the AI systems as of today are able to do the maths, to do the coding, to do the conversation, to do so many things automatically. Okay, so we have achieved in last 3 years the work we have done for past maybe 150 years or maybe thousands of years, that has come to to an outcome, and it is giving the results. It's not, the AI was not built in last 3 years. AI was built, has we have been working on AI since, like, we have been building. So we have been doing maths. We all know that we are doing maths, and in maths, when we take two data points and draw the line through it, what are we trying to do is we are learning from those two data points the slope and the intercept of the line. So we have been doing the machine learning. We design maths. The formula, maths formulas are nothing but just like what we have code now. Maths formulas are like those. And so we have been doing the maths. I mean, we have been trying to build these models since forever. Like when we say we have created a formula, Pythagoras theorem, it's essentially a formula or a code that basically converts uh, base and height into hypotenuse. So essentially, we have been doing the machine learning for last maybe 5,000 years. Okay. And but the real outcome we are seeing in last 3 years. And so now we can do use AI for all kinds of things. But there had been in past there has been a tiny problem, right? So we built the previous AI earlier using the hard-coded logic by people. We wrote logic by hand. Instead of inferring the rules from the data, we wrote the rule of translation from English to Russian, Russian to English. Okay. It worked well for standard sentences, but it did not understand the meaning. For example, somebody converted a sentence into Russian and Russian back into English. The sentence was, spirit is willing, but flesh is weak. Now, when it came back in English, it turned into vodka is good, but meat is rotten. So it lost its meaning in the translation. But today, if you use ChatGPT or a large language model to do the same thing, translate English sentence into Russian and then Russian sentence back into English, it comes out well, right? And you can, in today's time, you can also do a lot of dissection of this sentence. So, which means that when this happened, the thing that you're seeing in the left hand side, this happened in past. The whole AI funding was stopped. AI went into the research was kind of paused and said that this technique where people are writing rules by whatever is their understanding, they're you using grammar, this and that, that's not going to work. That's not the way we can solve AI. And now, last 3 years, what has given a result is the learning from data, learning those rules from data. And this is the basically it started, the Turing test was invented in 1950. It in 1973 it went into one winter, then again it went up a little bit, then again second winter started because there were many things that we made mistake because we were coding up the system. And afterwards, finally, the deep learning revolution started in 2012, and now by 2019, by 2022, we demonstrated that the computers are able to do the AI. Computers are able to show the signs of intelligence, or at least from the language perspective. What had changed in past? Earlier, language understanding was syntactic. We broke down sentence into noun, pronoun, and subject, predicate, and so on and so forth. And then we try to detect, is it past indefinite, past continuous, present indefinite. We try to figure out what's the sentence structure. That's called syntax, right? So earlier, AI was syntax based. We created rules. Now the AI is based on semantic understanding of the sentence. instead of rewriting rules as we did earlier, now we write prompt, we give it context, right? Earlier, we did the things were based on grammar. Now it's based on experience. Earlier, it was logical flow based on our understanding. Now, it's an attention and memory, right? So basically, this is the biggest shift from the previous way of doing things. And the question is, how does the machine learn, right? How does ChatGPT really learn? So what people did was they downloaded the text from Wikipedia, downloaded text from all over the internet. You can crawl all the website. Crawling is in download all the website, take out the text from every page on the internet, and then from there, they extracted the sentences and paragraphs. And then they created X and Y. This is our X, this is our Y. They created that and trained the machine, saying, when somebody says this, the next word should be hard. So, ChatGPT or large language model or Claude, what they do underneath is they just predict, they just tell what should be next word, right? So all the AI is designed using this simple phenomena. You give the text, it gives the next word. It is like that keyboard automation, like the keyboard completion on Android, where you type a sentence and it suggests the next word, right? But this is much more sophisticated. The length of it basically predicts the next word based on the entire of your sentence. And that when people trained such systems, they downloaded all the data from internet, created the input and expected output. Then when the model was trained, it started showing the signs of intelligence. Now this discovery that such a system can actually show signs of intelligence was very remarkable. And afterwards, we just based on this machinery, just this engine that has a great capability of predicting next word, we built the remaining of AI. We built the remaining of AI by right? So what we did was when it's predicting next word, we put that word into the input. We predict the next word, next word, next word, next word, next word, and that's it. So which means we were able to give it a half sentence and it would complete the full sentence by adding one word at a time. Now this turned into a big magic, right? So now people said, okay, I'll call this as a question and I'll call this as a question and this will be my answer. So we created the question answering machine from keyboard completion or from the autocomplete system, we created question answering machine. For example, what is capital of India? Answer colon underscore. Now it starts to talk about New Delhi is the capital of India, right? So we by letting it complete one word at a time, we were able to create question answering machines. Now the next revolution happened when people observed that it can also generate the code, not only the text. Code is nothing but a language. And when that language comes in, it is able to do all of the magic. So, and then similarly, people realize that maths formulations, maths theorems, maths equations are essentially the language. And therefore, the maths questions can also be answered by ChatGPT. So generating code, generating maths, generating the language-based answers became natural. So now we got an engine that was just giving next word, next word, next word. Now it's giving answers. answers in terms of maths, coding, and philosophy, and so on, so forth. People realize that it is able to show real good signs of intelligence when you give it a story and ask it who has committed a crime. It is able to tell who has committed a crime in that story. You give a random news story, that the question, ask it that who is the villain. It is able to tell. So this simple system of predicting next word suddenly became a intelligence engine. And using that intelligence engine, we built the Q&A machines, code generation machines, and then once we got the code generation machines, right, we got a system which can give the answer. Then we assembled it in a loop. We ask it a question, it generates one step, we take that step, run it, it gives the answer, we ask again the next question, like what should I do next? It says do this, and then we give it again the answer, like the output of that answer. We keep on doing it in the loop. And that created agentic AI. Agentic AI is nothing but calling calling ChatGPT again and again, calling a large language model again and again, and whatever it is telling us to do, we do that and give the output back and ask it like, what should we do now? And we keep on doing that. This is agentic AI. In agentic AI, we set goals, we plan actions, we use tools, we execute tasks autonomously, and and we keep on repeating it. Now you might ask, like, when does it stop? When should it stop? This loop isn't this infinite loop. How should we know when should we stop? The answer is we ask LLM that "Hey, you tell us whether you want to stop or you want to do something." And that's it. And it just basically plays that game. So trying to figure out when to stop is done by that our question answering system. Trying to predict what code to write in order to get the work done is done by the same question answering machine. Trying to whether to ask a clarifying question to the user or not is also done by the same AI, same questioning answering machines. Whether to memorize something or recall something is all through this. Okay, so that's the beauty of the agentic AI. And just to get the feel of what I'm talking about, you can take a look at, let's say, Turno AI, and you can sign up, right? And here you can just ask a question, and it does all the work for you. And right, I asked it all kinds of things that compare the average invoice payment times by customer segment in Odoo. This it just did so much of work for us. It did so much of work for us. Okay, so you can see here that it did all this analysis, gave me the final results. Okay, final result, and then if you break it down, it has it has taken 30 steps to achieve this thing. Okay, and the final answer basically includes this. And then I said learn from this. Here I told her no, learn from this. So it's going through everything, coming up with ideas on what to learn and so on. And then it asked me questions and learned from it. And then I said save it to memory. Then finally it whatever insights it came up with, it saved it into its memory. So basically it could have done it by itself, but I wanted it to do it stepwise. I wanted to demonstrate that. I could have said in the first question itself that come up with insight after learning and then do that. It would have done all of that. So all of this loop that you're seeing is the most beautiful thing, uh, right? So first, we build the autocomplete. First, we built a machine which can give the next word. Then we built a machine which can give the full answer, next remaining sentence. Then we built the machine that can give using. I mean, that's how we have evolved the machines. We build a machine which can give the answer to our questions. An answer could be code, could be language, it could be anything. And then we are using machine to come up with a plan, come up with the actions, and so on. And that way, we are able to just loop it and solve any problems that we want, right? So we attach all the components and the tools to the AI and let it call those tools and decide when to stop. So that is agentic AI. Okay. And this is one of the most important things to do. Creating an agent is it's like a psychological shift. Earlier, the way people managed the other people, like the senior managers, the people, or let's say the kings, the rulers, they basically had battalions of people, some managing police, some managing defense, some managing this and that. So like that, now you as a engineer, you as an AI engineer, your one of the most important jobs is to be able to manage these AI agents in order to get the work done. And understanding the psychology of AI is one of the key aspects to it. Understanding the design that inherently the AI is going to give creative answer. It is not going to give same answer again. So how do you design systems that are consistent, that are safe? How do you design systems that harness AI rather than be constrained by AI? How do you design systems that they learn by themselves rather than you writing the prompt? Can AI write the prompt? So all of that understanding is it takes some amount of time. So we have designed the course in the way that you will, when you design such an AI agent, you will know almost everything. So our approach to solving our approach to making you learn AI or agentic AI is by the way of making you build your own AI agent. That's one of the things that we have done. In recent past, we had pretty big success. If you want to check it out, like what my students have done in the class, you can take a look at these repositories that, uh, uh, like for example, this repository. Okay, so people have created their own agentic harness. Okay, so the different kind of agentic harnesses that people have done. These were the exercises given to people, and I'm very impressed by what people have been able to do. So the agentic, because this is extremely important. So our course, I want to give you. All right. So our basically, right, there are all kinds of agents, software development agent, business process automation agents, customer support agent, data analysis agents. They are nothing but core agent combined with different tools. Okay. Different tools, different user experience. That's all. Okay. So we basically, you will like once you learn about how to create your own agent and you understand and feel that psychology, everything else will be all good, right? So our signature course is this one, the PG certificate program in agentic AI and machine learning by IIT Roorkee. So it's a 10 months blended training program, 34 plus real world project, 3 days of campus immersion, placement assistance through placement eligibility test. And those outstanding candidate in the class, we usually have the right. If there is a job opportunity at Turno AI, we usually hire people there from my own courses. In past around 7, 8 people we have absorbed from our own programs. You get the lifetime access to the course material. Now, this course is if perfect for you, um, where if you really want to be the person who want to learn by themselves, who want to learn the underneath of things, who wants to be an inventor. Okay, so in that, this course is designed for it. And I believe that there is no other way to learn than doing the first principle learning. Because, like, if I teach you a technology one, like, let's say I teach you today Claude, right? Use Claude and learn this. Tomorrow, Claude goes out of a thing. Or I teach you Agentic AI right now, and then something new comes up, right? Would you have to go through the training again? Right? No. Our approach to the problems is that we make you we make you such self-learner and build your instinct so that you understand the systems from inside out, right? Basically are able to create your own systems. When you are in that zone, basically none of the technology or none of the recession can impact you. Okay, so the classes that we have are less of lectures, more of hands-on. So when you come to my class, um, keep your keep your tools ready, everything ready, and we work in the class. I give you very small problems, easy problems, and then you solve them. Then I increase the difficulty a little bit, then you solve them, and then by the time you're finished, you have invented the entire algorithm by yourself or entire formula by yourself. That is the whole philosophy of the course that you learn through. Of course, you will learn the theory, but the theory comes later. First is hands-on. Theory is needed because how would you communicate your ideas to other experts? So you need to know the theory, you need to know the symbols. But if we do the theory and symbols before you invent the outcome, it becomes very difficult to learn. You will lose interest, right? Instead, if you invent your formula, build everything, and then we tell you that this is called this is called that, and then you say, oh, that's nice, now I know everything. So that's how I have been teaching, and I have seen our this course has seen tremendous returns, tremendous. And I'm very, very impressed by the outcome of my learners so far. All right. Okay. So in case you do not want IIT, right? You can, right? In case you do not need or want IIT program, my courses are free. Okay. Or you can say that if you are not able to afford the course fee, then basically if you don't go for IIT program, the course is free. Okay. So come to my class, come to our class, whereby come with a mindset that you are going to the gym, instead you are going to a movie theater. You are not, we won't give you the lectures. We will give you, it's a gym where you build your muscles like understanding of your knowledge and understanding of your machine learning, those muscles, and you would work out more and more. And uh, and I after experimenting a lot, I found that that's the only way to learn. That's the only way to learn, by building your muscles. So it's a gym class where you come with your laptop, with your notebook, you work out the question solutions to the question. You do not memorize the formula, you invent the formula. And basically, the other thing I want to say to everyone who is coming to my class, come with a mindset of accepting everybody in the class, embrace the questions from everyone. The questions that are asked and discussed in the class are something that have been very powerful. Most of the people reported back to me, gave me a feedback that that discussion, that questions from people and their answers has helped them to get the job. They were able to clear the interview questions because they had that discussion in the class. Just because of that, many people actually clear their interviews. So I would like to, invite you guys to my class. And this is going to be a life-changing experience for you. I guarantee that. Whether you have attended your some other master's program, no matter which college did you go to, no matter what age you are from, I invite you to my class. And do not fear anything that you are from non-computer science background, you are from non-maths background, you are from this, you are from that. Don't worry. You have no coding experience. Don't worry. Okay. So I honestly believe that right, all of us have that capability of understanding. All of us have learned like one language by ourselves. Language is a very complex thing. Language is a very complex thing, and you all have learned it by yourself. Okay, so you all have that intelligence to be able to understand machine learning, understand the AI. And we basically, if you look at it, the kind of complex thing we are able to do, we learn everything by ourselves. But if you know how we think, we would be able to create a algorithm that can do the same thing, right? So we do the most complex things, right? So we are much more capable than we think. Okay. So no matter what's your background, if you want to understand how to think, or if you want to build your thinking muscles for the machine learning and AI, this would be the course for you. All right. The second course that we have is called Executive Certificate Program in Applied AI, right? It basically, this course is for those who are from, let's say, who are really, really good at, let's say medical sciences. Now they want to use agentic AI or AI to get their work done. Like, for example, you want to do the data science. You are in medical field. You are a doctor. You're a cancer doctor. I mean, your education is in medical sciences in cancer research. Now, what you want to do is you want to use the AI in order to build the models to do the cancer prediction, right? So this certificate program is for them, and I have seen great success in that. So what you will be doing is you would be understanding the data science. So this would require an understanding of data science, like what it means by training, what it means prediction, what it means by data, and so on and so forth. And then you would be using an agent like Turno AI, whereby you would tell your problem that I have these patients' data. What I want to do is create a classifier or a create I want to figure out the relationship between this and that. So you basically the AI will do that for you. So if you basically are domain expert and you want to learn the data science and the machine learning without the code in short term, this would be the thing for you. Okay. So basically two programs, one where you create AI, other you use AI. Okay. Yes. All right. Go ahead with your questions, everyone. Yeah. I see some questions. How do you enable chat? Are people able to see the chat? Tezvi?
Yes, Sandeep, the questions would be asked in a Q&A window.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So that's the first question, is the chat going to be disabled? Can we turn on the chat? Okay. Let me see if I can find the chat settings. I'm not able to find the chat settings. I don't know why. Okay, never mind. So we'll try to do that.
Yeah, we would be able to do that something.
Yes. So neural network, of course, we will be learning. So I'll just give you, right, for this course, I will give you, again, give you a overview, like what all is included in this course. Okay. Right. What is included in this course? What is included is we will start with Python, right? So you will be learning Python. And during when you are learning Python, you will also learn some of the like mathematical formulas. And so you learn maths, you learn some ideas from machine learning, and you will learn Python and data structures in coding, right? So those four things you will be learning. And as soon as you're done with that, you will be building your AI agent using existing LLM, such as ChatGPT or something. You'll build your own chatbot. Then you will build your own agent. And then so, so the Python and the basics followed by building the conversational agent and the AI agent. So the once that is done, then we move on to machine learning. Then we code up the algorithms. We learn how to do the basic algorithms, logistic regression, linear regression, unsupervised learning, and so on and so forth, SVM, decision trees, and so on. And then afterwards, we learn the neural network. In the neural network, we will have all sorts of things. And in neural network, basically, we will start with the simple deep neural network. Then we move on to the other ideas. All right. Yes. So in Gen AI, basically, we will focus only on the text-based systems, not image, audio, or video, right? We will basically focus more on the heart of it. Okay. Yeah. So we will be doing all of this, Pradeep. Thank you. So will the executive certificate program in applied AI be free if I don't take the certificate? Um, eh, I'm not sure. The applied one. So executive certificate program normal. Basically, this program, if you right want to join without the certificate, I welcome you. Okay. So I'm not sure about the applied AI one. Okay. So, Tejveer, you can clarify this one.
Yes. This applied AI program, which is executive certificate in applied AI by IIT Roorkee, it's a self-paced 3 months program, and so this would be a paid program only.
Okay.
However, if you want to learn in a live class, those classes are free to explore in certificate program, AI and machine learning.
Okay.
But executive certificate program would be the paid one only.
Okay. A question from Deepak is, how do we register for the program for free? Tejveer, do you want to answer? From Deepak
Yes.
Behra, there's a question.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Deepak, you can visit our website, which is cloudxlab.com/learn. There you can see, I can share my screen.
Yeah, please go ahead.
What's so so people who want to explore our classes can, yes, can visit our website cloudxlab.com/learn. There you'll see our course, the certificate course in certificate program in AI and machine learning by IIT Roorkee. And you go to the view program, and this is the program we are offering in both the form. If you are interested in joining the course with IIT Roorkee certificate, that option is also available. You just click on the enroll now button and you'll see free course is available and the certificate is available. The course is available with IIT Roorkee certificate. So you can opt for the free one and you can enroll. As you enroll, you'll get access to the course as well as details about the live classes over the email you will receive. So this is the format to explore our live classes.
Thank you, Tejvi. Is there a link for joining course? I think that is answered now. Okay.
Yes, I will be sharing it in the chat.
Yeah. Okay. Can you get the link to apply? Okay, same question. Okay. Next question is, thanks for giving such a nice presentation. I am from hardware domain, semiconductor. Is it course for more coding intensive? I used to be coding. Now I am into management. I am looking for what happened to the question. What happened? I was answering that question. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So question from Vivek is that I used to be in coding. Now I am more into management. I am looking for more applied AI learning, how to use in my domain. Okay. So Vivek, I would say this, right? That applied AI, yes, definitely you can join applied AI, but given your persona where you have coded sometime, okay, and I'm not, so this course is not about coding, it's about thinking fundamentals, right? And essentially, given your persona, you would really like the long program. Okay, it's a transformation. It's not just a usual course. Okay, so come to the class. You will judge by yourself, right? I would say you enroll for both. You will know. Oh. A question from Abhinav is, my question is, can we make our AI agent to handle our whole device autonomously, such as laptops, phones, tablets? Yes, of course. Just take a look at any AI agent. They are trying to do the same. Okay. So think over it. If you got this idea, you should work on it and you should figure out how to achieve that. Okay. A question from Shirley is that will the executive certificate program in applied AI be free if I don't take the certificate? Yeah. So yes, of course. Okay. Tejveer has shown you the link. You can just enroll using that. Uh, Question is there was a XYZ school account which was created for this course program. So will I see my attendance for this session on that account or somewhere else? So these are with CloudxLab. So you will get a new basically CloudxLab account, and we have our entire platform. Okay, so you will get there. So you'll have to basically come to CloudxLab and sign up there. Okay. I have close to 18 plus years in IT and have been working on old techniques like IBM, COBOL, assembler, etc. I have left coding long time back and now I'm feeling overwhelmed with all the AI related work going on in my organization. Which program will help me coming at the par with current world of AI? I'm a slow learner. If you're a slow learner, you are at the right place because I believe that slow learning is the right way of learning and we basically go extremely slow but extremely fundamental. First chapter is learning to count, though it seems like a very awkward thing, but first chapter learning to count is so straightforward that you I mean it seems pretty simple, but it is pretty hard at the same time. So you basically design your own number system, you design everything from scratch, and that is what makes this course so unique. So first you learn how to do counting, then square root and logarithms. The important part is you design algorithms by yourself. Like how would you calculate logarithm by yourself? And that's the beauty about the course. The easiest chapter is the hardest chapter, and the hardest chapter is the easiest chapter. So that's the beauty about the course. So come to the 12-month program. That'll be a big transformation in your life. Yeah. It's not a usual course. All right. Yes, Pradeep, Tejveer will be sharing the link and
Yeah, I'll take those questions, Sandeep.
okay.
So I have shared a feedback form in the chat window. You can fill up that feedback form. You'll get the session recording as well as the participation certificate. Also, Ayush Tripathi want to ask how he can enroll in the free course. I have shared the link for the course in the chat window. You can click on that URL and you can enroll yourself by going through the course
Yeah.
page.
Okay. Another question is, what's the benefit of having a certificate? Will it land a job? Yeah, right. So certificate has another important aspect. So you visit campus, you meet people, you work with professors, you get to know them. So that's the advantage of having the certificate, right? Certificate program. And it is a PG certificate from IIT Roorkee. So when you are basically you get to display that on your profile. Okay, so it definitely basically definitely helps you get your resume highlighted, and it definitely helps in landing a job. Okay. Uh, are live class lectures included in free plan? Yes, of course. Okay. So don't think twice if you are not able to afford the main certificate, just enroll for the free. Okay. And or if you have not made up your mind, just enroll for the free course. You right. And if you feel that it's worth your time, you're enjoying it, and you want to go for certificate, go for certificate. Right. Right. If I want the certificate and I do the free course, will I be able to get it? Yes, of course. Right. At any point of time, you can choose that. If all modern AI is about neural network plus transformers, then why is the course not just about that? The rest is legacy, and if I am not wrong, modern AI is based on transformers and neural nets, right? So I would say this, right? This is a okay. So how should I say? Let me be honest. The actual algorithms I do not teach. My students invent those. So idea is not about making you memorize transformers. Idea is not about making you memorize neural networks, how the formula works. Idea is to make you invent all of that. And yes, I'm not joking. All my students from my current batch and previous batches have been able to do that. Okay. So it's not that we need too many wheels because we are inventing wheels, right? I want my students to reinvent the wheel because I want learners, I want inventors. Okay. Today it's transformers, tomorrow it will be something else. Okay. Will you go out of job? If I teach you just the transformers and transformers go out of pictures very quickly, will you lose job? Will you have to restudy? Similarly, if you think about it, few years back in 2014, no, in 1980s or so, it was SVM that seemed to solve all the problems. So if you just studied SVM and nothing else, you would be out of market very quickly because after SVM came, let's say XGBoost. XGBoost did a wonderful job, way better than that. So does it mean that you go out of job? No, you become better because if you learned SVM, moving to XGBoost would be so easy because like the difference between SVM and XGBoost was hardly 5%, right? So, and similarly, after XGBoost came neural network. So if people studied only XGBoost and said, no, we don't want to learn anything else about machine learning, they would be out of market, right? So you will always be on memorize this, memorize that, chase. So things are not isolated, right? And those who memorize the two transformers, they're pretty useless. I have no use of a person who knows transformers, but he can't figure out how the underneath algorithm is working. Okay? So that's why my course is, I spent a lot of time in basics. Whether it's a principal engineer at Google, or whether it's the ninth grade student, they all go through the same phenomena of inventing each and everything. And purpose is to reinstate the belief in each one, anybody who is coming to my class. If like first few classes actually help you reinstate the belief that you can invent. And once you do that, my rest of the process becomes so easy. The hard chapters are easiest chapters for you. The easiest chapters are the only thing where you have to work very hard. Okay. So that's one of the transformations that we do in this class. Okay. I have taught every weekend for 12 hours for last 12 years. And every class has been different from the previous class. Every course has been different. We experimented, we tried, we improved continuously. And the current avatar of the course, current version of the course, is something that is drastically different from every other course that you will see. And essentially, essentially, the idea of, essentially, this is the best way you can learn. I'll just show you what it means, something that you would love to do it. Even if you're not joining my course, and let's say you have already finished course elsewhere, right? Or you basically are just looking to do something, right? One is take a look at my philosophy here, the learning by inventing. Okay. The other is learning by inventing is one of my domains, the website where I basically have put everything into, I'm adding more things here. Okay. So you basically learn to count, do the logarithm, then you learn to do expressions and function. Don't miss a thing. Even if you are a researcher having PhD, my request will be go through each of this. Okay. Okay. You will enjoy it. You will see a new version of you. You will see a new version of you. And that new version is the one that basically you that will make you learn everything else. Okay. So that's the whole idea. And right. So almost every algorithm I have been right creating exercises of. Like for example, here, let's say you want to I'll show you. Yeah, just go through, for example, logarithms, right? You don't have to memorize logarithms. It's such a simple idea, and you will understand binary search, logarithms, and coding in the single chapter. Okay, so you must even, like, let's say for example, regression losses, right? You basically, people memorize the formulas of a regression loss, but this one makes you invent and derive a new formula. Okay. And that formula is what is used in chat GPTs or any large language models. Okay. So we basically are spending a lot of time in these. Like, for example, reinforcement learning, right? Reinforcement learning is a topic that's the hardest to learn for a beginner, right? And you must learn reinforcement learning in if you really want to understand machine learning. Okay, right? And the way we have done it is we have made it so much fun that you are supposed to play a game. And the only difference is instead of you playing the game, you are writing code that will play the game. Okay. And then you basically make it win. You write the logic that will win the game, and you keep on improving that logic. So that's the idea. So my request would be, right, don't that's one psychology that I've moved away from very early on. I started teaching Hadoop. I started teaching MongoDB. By the time I finished one batch, MongoDB was out of market. So now I had to drop the course and then created a course on Hadoop. After a couple of batches, that Hadoop course was out of market. Now those same people who attended MongoDB had to also learn Hadoop and so on. And that was not a good idea. Then I decided that I'll just teach core algorithms in my class. Even in Hadoop, the people who I taught the MapReduce, they were able to invent, say, Apache Spark, right? And when Apache Spark came, Hadoop went out of market, then they were able to cope up with the new technology so very quickly and so on. Similarly, those who attended my classes in Hadoop, they learned so well that when things moved on to the machine learning, they were able to cope up with all of that. So basic idea is that you become recession proof. Okay, so that's the idea. All right. So a question is, sorry if this was already covered. I joined late. Is this course recognized as a postgraduate qualification? I am a career shifter, completing BSc while working as an AI engineer, looking for an online postgrad MSc. So this is a PG certificate course. Some institutions recognize it, some institutions don't. It's a postgraduate certificate program, okay, from EICT and IIT Roorkee, right? On one hand, this is as good as it gets on PG certificate, right? But the most important part to know is that to be able to clear the interviews, no company in the world would just even if you have even if you have masters, you have all the degrees, even then every company would ask you questions. You have to solve problems and you have to answer really complex questions. And to be able to answer those questions, you should have that understanding. And this course aims to do that, aims to do that. So most of my students, they are, they get the jobs in Apple, Google, Microsoft, and so on. Okay. So that's the current scenario. And some of them we ourselves hire at Turno AI. Are there any opportunities in one of your companies after complete? Of course, you can take a look at people who are in my current team at Turno AI. Almost like most of them are from my course. A question is, there's so much fear among common people that neural network and transformer attention are all research level topics and beyond the grasp of average people like us. How can we bridge this massive gap? I heard these complex topics are only PhD level genius people and research scientists. How can an average folks come in terms? That's the magic. That's exactly the question that I've answered in last few courses by proving the point that I don't require a special degree for attending my courses. All I want is come to the class with a mindset that you're going to work with me. And I believe that everyone is capable of doing it. Okay? Think of this way. If I keep giving you formulas of swimming in a classroom, and then basically, will you be able to swim? No. No matter how much theory I give you, you won't be able to swim. The only way of learning anything is by the way of inventing and doing it by ourselves. If you look at yourself, right? Look at a carpenter. They can do so much of complex work. And we learn by ourselves. We have learned the most complex things in the world. That's a language. The language that you speak, the language that I spoke in childhood, I learned by myself. I learned by myself without any prerequisite. And with that language, I can learn anything. Everyone can learn anything. It's just that When I communicate, it should need to be in your language, in the language that you understand. Okay, so that's the full idea. And I very clearly know, and I have proven it over and over from my classes, that everyone in my class is able to code up their neural network. Think about ideas, think about brilliant ideas. And I'm so stoked, I'm so impressed by people who attended last few batches that I did not have to teach anything. In the end, they knew almost everything. And they are like from very they are the undergrads from they don't have the MIT's degree. They are from common colleges. Okay. So if you do not understand what I'm teaching in my class, the onus is on me. Okay, I will change the way I'll teach if you do not understand, right? So if I'm not able to explain, it is on me, not you. Okay, so that's the full idea. That's the whole heart of the course. Okay, so I am very, very positive as I reviewed the MIT courses when I visited MIT a couple of times recently, met a couple of my friends. When I reviewed, I would say that this course does a better job. Okay, does a better job than the any college. Yeah. And I invite everyone to come and audit my course. And I would love to get the feedback. Okay. So yes, my take would be don't get scared with the big words. Don't get scared with the big words. And you can send me a link on LinkedIn. You can send me invite request on LinkedIn. I am on LinkedIn, and I write a lot about the exact same thing. That at some time creating fire was such a big science to the human that the average people were not supposed to understand it. You make it look like the common people do not have what it takes to understand fire, right? And so on. So basically, that's the thing I'm trying to say, that if you are able to speak and do your normal things, you are capable of doing everything. Okay? It's all you require is the correct words to understand something. A question from Arup is that I'm 22 years in lead transformation in an org. So just to understand if this course is suitable for me, and do we cover quantum computing? We don't cover quantum computing in this. I do not have the expertise on that, but we cover primarily the AI and machine learning. Okay. And you are welcome to join. I would love to have you in my class. Okay. We had people in my class who have much more experience than you and much younger than you. And everyone has been doing so well in their work. All right. So I hope this makes sense to you. Thank you so much. Wonderful set of questions. I'm looking forward to see you all in my class and we continue. Okay. So yeah, wonderful. Okay. So yes, those who are curious and trying to figure out machine learning and do not think twice. Just jump in. Okay. Just jump in. No matter what domain you are from, if you are curious about AI, machine learning, trying to figure out how do things work, how does it work, jump in. You will have, you will not lose anything. There's nothing to lose. You will become, you will start respecting yourself more. Okay. The core idea is that core purpose of the class is that at the end of it, I mean, if I can make you respect yourself that I am able to do this, I'm able to do this, I'm able to do that, then you will be able to do everything. Okay. And that's the whole idea. That's the whole idea. Okay. And if you're not able to do something, like somebody is not able to solve a question, I usually break it down into a smaller question, and we keep on breaking it down until you are able to do. Okay. All right. Any other questions, everyone? Is there more questions? In the 3 more questions. Our question is, can people without math experience survive your class? Of course. You will learn maths. Because people who have a lot of experience, they have also forgotten the maths. I forgot all the maths, though I considered myself very good at maths. But I had to redo the things, relearn everything. So it's a good time to relearn everything. Okay. All right. All right. All right. So I think those who are waiting for the next batch, don't wait. Come to my class. Okay. Join the current batch.
All right. Thank you so much, Sandeep, for taking out time and taking this session. Apart from that, I would also like to thank Professor Kusumdeep to join the session and impart her knowledge to the learners and be the course coordinator for the program. And thank you everybody for joining the session. I hope you have enjoyed it. And people who have write to us through feedback form, our team will get in touch with you. Also, please explore our website cloudxlab.com/learn to know more about the program. And in any way you get in touch with us, we would be responding to you and connect you, include in our course community and notify you about our classes and the courses that we offer. We would regularly be conducting these master classes on different topics moving ahead, and we would be sending notification to all the people who are part of CloudxLab community. Thank you so much for the session and have a great evening.
Thank you, Professor Kasumdeep.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So nice of you to
It was
come.
my pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.